The Arrows Podcast is brought to you by Triumph Protective Coatings, which is a flooring company specializing in concrete polish, epoxy flooring systems, micro cement, and self-leveling concrete. They speak Spanish and they offer awesome customer service. And you could reach them on Instagram, Triumph_coatings. Looking them up on Facebook, Triumph Protective Coatings. You can email them, triumphprotectivecoatings@gmail.com. You can call them or text them at 666-436-4702. And if you use promo code ARROWSUP, you get 15% off on your next flooring project. So reach out to them, and they will take care of all your flooring needs. Welcome to the Arizona Podcast. I have David today. We're talking about grown men playing tackle football for free. They're paying to get hit and get CTE for free. We get into all of that. We get into like the weird extremist political climate we're in today. So we get into all of that. Fun conversation with him. But before I throw it to my conversation with David, three things. One, Shohei Ohtani gets to 50-50 for the first time in the history of baseball. We've never seen it. He has a 6-for-6 game today versus the Marlins, getting him to 51 stolen bases, 51 home runs. It is an unbelievable feat. It is an unbelievable season by an unbelievable player. And naturally, the conversation immediately goes into, is he the greatest? Is he the greatest? And no, he's the best baseball player right now, undoubtedly. But you could make the argument he's not the best all around, because this season he's been just a DH, but we're not going to get into all that. He's the best baseball player right now. He's not the greatest. That's still Barry Bonds, for those of you that are wondering who is the greatest. And now, if Shohei does this for another few years and pitches, then we're getting into a very, very different territory. Now, he's probably one of the most unique baseball players we've ever seen, if not the most unique. Because this is like assuming Shohei's going to go back to being one of the best pitchers as well next season. But we're getting Babe Ruth. This is what we're getting. This is Babe Ruth incarnate. Just all over again, Asian, Japanese Babe Ruth is what Shohei is. And when Babe Ruth stopped pitching, he was just hitting. That's what he was. And so we need to, take that into consideration as well. Now, what Ronald Acuna did last year was phenomenal. And he had an amazing season himself. And I don't think, we don't want to take away from what Ronald Acuna did last year, because he was amazing. He was incredible. And because he had 41 home runs, 73 stolen bases, batted .337. So he had one of the all-time great seasons. Then you think of Barry, and Barry had his 73 home run season. And so a lot of good things or a lot of good seasons, I should say, not a lot of good things. A lot of good seasons have been had, and I think it's important to understand that. It's important to capture and to keep in mind that what we have with Shohei Ohtani is a phenomenal player. And I heard Dodger fans today say he's the GOAT. He's not. And I heard Dodger fans today say, it's not that impressive. and I just don't know what to tell those guys. But anyway, Shohei Ohtani. What a season. What a guy. What a player. 2, Champions League. We're in the Champions League official. Actually, one more thing on Ohtani. There is, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 games left. Could he get to 60-60? Maybe. Probably. Well, I don't say probably. Maybe. And if he does, he just adds to the season. But somebody told me today, I was like, 50-50 is not that impressive. 60-60, that's impressive. And it's like, shut the hell up. Like, we've never seen 50-50. That is impressive. But 60-60 is in play. Shohei is that good. And the Dodgers have 6 games versus the Rockies. So it's possible. And 3 games versus the Padres. So it's not inconceivable that they do it. It's not. Or that he does it. Because he's that good. Champions League. We are officially in Champions League season. And the new format, as I went through it, I think like a month ago or so, where it's now like 8 game. You play 8 teams. You don't play anybody from your league, and so it's just like the best teams make it out of there. I'm not going to go through game by game. I'll highlight. We had Real Madrid win 3-1. Mbappe gets his first goal with Madrid, and Endrick looks every bit just like a monster. I think with Real Madrid, what's going to probably happen is Rodrigo's going to be the odd man out. And we're probably going to see Rodrigo be sent to England because he just doesn't fit on the team. And I think he has aspirations to do more, and I think he can do more, and I believe him. And I think I think this is the last season Rodrigo plays in Real Madrid. That's just my opinion. Not predict, I guess it's a prediction, but yeah. Bayern completely destroyed Dinamo Zagreb 9-2. Champions League record. Bayern, of course, would get it. Liverpool took care of Milan 3-1. I'm just going, kind of like what we saw. Man City looked awful yesterday versus Inter, but Pep said he loved how they played, and like the GIF of Anchorman. I don't believe you. That was my reaction. Leverkusen today steamrolled Feyenoord. It was over by like the 36th minute of the first half. Over. Arsenal looked flat versus Atalanta today. And Atletico wins at the end in a dramatic fashion versus RB Leipzig. And Barcelona lose 2-1 to Monaco. So that's kind of where we're at. Haven't learned anything yet. And we get match day 2 starting October 1st and October 2nd. So we'll see what that day 2 looks like for everybody. And 3. Today we had Patriots Jets. It's starting to look apparent that the Patriots of week 1 was just a week 1 fluke, as they've lost 2 straight. They haven't looked good. Their offense is challenged, and we knew that. Their defense is okay, but their defense is not good. Their offense is not good enough, and their defense is not good enough to withstand a bad offense. And their offense is not good enough to do enough to help their defense, and that's what we're at with them. The Jets have won 2 straight. They look good today, but it's also the Pats. Aaron Rodgers though looked amazing, and if Aaron Rodgers can get a solid play from that defense, I think the Jets will probably be a big contender in the AFC East. And I'm not saying anything new, especially with the fall off of the Dolphins. And I mean, Buffalo's still there, and it's probably going to come down to Buffalo and the Jets. But Aaron Rodgers looked good. There was a weird interaction between Salah and Rodgers, and Salah said he just wanted more from the defense. I guess they have a thing where Salah wants Rodgers or the offense, not Rodgers, the offense to get him a 14-point lead, and I don't know. It was a weird interaction though. We look it up on social media. It was a weird one, but that's where we're at with that. So week 3 ahead of us. Week 2, no, week 3. We're week 3. Week 3 ahead of us this Sunday. Enjoy. But here's David. Here we go. Hey, would you play football? Tackle football?
Bro, I knew you were gonna ask, bro. Dang. Right now, no. Like, give me a year to get in shape and
Oh,
like.
so you would do it? You would like sign up and
Well, yeah, because here's the thing: as I'm
strap it up
watching those
in?
guys get crushed and concussions happening, getting to it, if you will, too soon.
CT CT for free, bro.
Bro. um, O line and D line don't have as much of that to deal with because although you are taking shots, it's different than a safety running at you from like 20, 25 yards deep, just having a shot at you. Because the guys right in front of you, you're playing O line or D line. So
Right.
I would try it. I would get in shape and try it for a little bit. And if I see that it's like it's hurt business, I'm like, you know what, I'll keep my house. But those guys playing receiver and linebacker out there, those guys are crazy, bro. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what? This is it's a bunch of Uncle Ricos out there,
Right.
But it does look fun. That looks like I saw that and I was like, oh, people do this. When you said adult tackle football league, I was like, the NFL, like that's adults. But then I was like, oh, they're not wearing pads. Like they're actually just out there. So, but I don't know. That's my coworker just asked me yesterday. So he's like, yo, dude, like, do you think you could like go on like a high school game right now and play? I'm like, no, for like a quarter and then I like pass out, I would die. So
Yeah.
but yeah, not at this moment. That's a lot of pain.
Yeah, man. I've been watching. So for those that don't know,
How did you find out about this? Because I'm like,
TikTok. So I was on TikTok and I just started seeing. So this guy does these videos, and I don't know the name of the guy, but to give him credit, but he does voiceovers, and so he calls it U37 football, and so it's hilarious because so in soccer they
it's
have
like U17, right?
yeah, U15. And so once you get to the big team, the national teams, or even the big clubs, there's no longer U whatever. Because it's just like
Right. It's just like Spain. Like
so the fact that
yeah.
like he's calling it U37 is just hilarious because it's obviously dudes that are not in the pros. So you what plus the age is typically a kid or a guy or a woman, because they have woman this and women sports too, that is yet to get to the big team. And so the idea of a 37-year-old who's playing and who's probably thinking, oh man, if you know the Chiefs see this, they just lost Pacheco. Maybe the Chiefs will call me, or Debo went down. Maybe the Niners are going to call me.
Bro.
Cooper Cup just went down. Hey, Sean McVay, I'm in LA.
Here's
Let me
my
know.
number. Give me a call. Like,
That's
dude.
that's just that idea of these dudes that are showing up and like they thinking they're hard, and it's like, bro, you are like you're an IT guy for a company, bro, and you're gonna
Yeah, like you're somebody's counselor at a high school. Like, relax. Like
hey, you're driving the forklift, bro. Like, what are you doing, bro? You're gonna tear your ACL and then you're gonna be out for like a few weeks. And
no
you're like,
workers comp, like that's on you. Like,
God. And
bro.
so the guy says is one of his jokes is, I don't think you guys have enough PTO to be playing this. Like,
Dude. Oh
and so
yeah.
I hope you guys have insurance. it is just
Bro, that's what I thought. I was like, bro, you guys better have like some doctors lined up. I was like, dude, this is
so
yeah.
it's I've been watching them and just cracking up just because you see these dudes and you're like, bro, like these guys in their mind think they're doing it, they're doing some,
There, yeah, yeah.
and
And you know what?
that's probably how you have to be to play that.
Yeah. I've always wondered too about like okay, because obviously there's like college ball, the
Yeah.
NFL, right?
Mm-hmm.
But every now and then on TV, like if I'm at the gym and we just got like random sports channels on, every now and then like the arena football league stuff will come up, those
Okay. Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
And or you always hear about like the Canadian football league. You always hear about these guys that somehow if they fizzle out in the pros here in the US, they go to the Canadian Football League or vice
Hmm.
versa. They were here for a bit, went over to Canada, played for a bit, and then they managed to work their way back up and like come back and stuff like that. And so I've always wondered, I'm like, what's that like? Like, because we see the NFL and like those stars and the treatment they get and the
Right.
facilities and
Right.
and there's also the thing with like fighter pay and like boxing and UFC, and it's like, oh, the top guys make this much, and everybody else makes this much. And I'm like, bro, I
Hmm.
wonder what like the stars in like the Canadian Football League make, and what it's like. Like if you're in Canada, are you walking around like dodging paparazzis in the streets if you're like the guy in the CFL? I don't know. I've always wondered. I'm like, what's it like for them over there? Do the Canadians care as much about football as we do over here? Because over here, it's like if you were to
So
go out and about, it's like, oh yeah, you know who Tom Brady is, or Mahomes.
yeah.
But if you're the guy over there, it's like, can you go to the corner store and just unbothered? Do they care that much? I can't see the Canadians being that like
Right.
passionate about American football. So I'm just
So
like, eh.
according to Google, just quick Google search, um, it ranges from 73. Um, so I guess the average
Right.
is 121,000, which is not, I mean,
Yeah. Could be
it's
worse.
it's not bad, but for the risk it's like not enough.
Yeah.
121,000. The minimum is 70,000 a year. So
Dang. Okay.
it's I don't know, it's not nothing, but
It's not enough too.
yeah, to get
Well,
hit.
especially if that's the thing too, since you said like U37, like if you're a guy who's like mid to late 20s, bro,
Oh my God.
and
Oh,
it's like, bro, you got to know when to hang it up. That's the thing too. You got to know when to call it quits with the game.
yeah.
But if you're like a 20, 21-year old fresh out of college, and you're like, yo, I'm trying to make the league, but I didn't get invited to the NFL workout or whatever. Yeah, go play in Canada for a bit. But
Yeah.
if in a couple years nothing happens, there's no like movement, they're like, you got to know when to hang up the cleats, bro.
Right. Like the MLS, so in the MLS, just to get a comparison, in the MLS, you get, so there's a range, right? So if you're a
Mhm.
rookie coming out of like college getting drafted, um, you're making minimum 100,000. And then there's certain players that are called non-designated players. Um, and so these are like dudes that, because soccer's very open, you know.
Right.
So these are guys that maybe they find like in a Sunday league, maybe they find like community college. Like this is the guy, like some scout is somewhere. They're like, hey, that guy looks pretty good. Let's bring him in.
Right, right, right.
So
Yeah.
these guys can make any, depending on the age, skill, all of that.
Yeah.
Minimum $36,000, 36,500 to up to 387,500. So that's real money to be playing soccer.
Yeah. And the Sunday leagues, they're like, dudes are committed. I have coworkers that they're like 19, 20 years old. They
Yeah.
love soccer.
Yeah, yeah. And if you're 19, 20, and someone's giving you 36,000 a year to play, dude.
Yeah.
So and these guys, so the under 25 crowd, like you just stated, make the 36 minimum 36,500. Over 25, they're giving you 48,500. So, it's
Right,
it's not
right.
awesome, but it's whatever.
The thing with soccer though, like maybe you can weigh in, but like because I was asking one of these coworkers, like I said, he's 19, and I was asking him about because he's going to community college. I don't think the college has a team, but I was like, yo, man, would you want to go and like play at a school or something? Like, because he still loves the game. He still goes to the Sunday League like every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, soccer's a little different. He's like, if you're like 19, 20, he's like, if you're not really getting like a lot of traction, it's like you're kind of already like it's a little too late. Because nowadays they're starting these kids like who's the guy in Spain? Yamal, like
17.
16, 17 years old. So he's like, yeah, so I'm gonna be 20. He's like, yeah, I could make the effort to go and play in college and get my education and pay for it. But he's like, he would kind of want to go like all in, and he's like, and it's kind of already like a little too late for me want to go like all in and just go to, like for college. And I was like, is it like that with soccer? And he's like, yeah. He's like, 'cause you start really young and they feed you into that system.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's crazy, dude. Like, so
It's kind of like boxing in that sense.
yeah,
Like if you're like in your mid 20s and you're just starting boxing, like it's gonna be really, really like you would
right.
need to be like
Deontay Wilder, like
yeah,
just
like a
almost,
really, really late bloomer with something special to like catch someone's eye.
yeah,
Um, so soccer is like yeah, because soccer is like that. So he almost would have to put his life on pause for like a year and a half,
yeah,
and go all in and give himself that year and a half, 2 years to say, okay, if I don't make it by the end of these 2 years, then I'm giving it up.
right,
He's not, he's right at the tail end, and so
yeah,
he's, but he would have to like that's it, like that's all he's doing,
right,
you know.
yeah.
It's yeah, dude. It's so watching these football dudes.
Dude, it almost hurt me. It was funny, but it hurt me too. I was like, because also
Yeah.
like, bro, they're wearing their fits, like they're all swagged out, and I remember it. Like, bro, trust me, yeah.
Oh
We
my
had an away
god,
game. I
bro.
would put on like knee high, like past my knee, white socks, like tube socks.
Bro.
I would get my cleats spattered on the outside spatters that when you get taped up outside the cleat.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Bro, all white from my feet to my pants, and then jerseys white, like the tape. I get it. You're all dripped out, but it's like I like being able to walk. You know what I mean? Like, or like just like bending over for like just like my back was hurting just watching it. I was like, oh no, dude.
But what's interesting is that like dude, you some of these guys have kids. I'm
Yeah,
sure
that
most of
too. It's
these
like,
dudes have
dude, like,
kids. And I'm just like, bro, like, what is the end goal for this? Like, like
what are
if
you
it's
trying to
just,
prove? Like, what? Like,
yeah, I don't get like play flag football. Like, I don't, I just don't get this. I don't know, man. Like, you're gonna play and you feel like, who is it for? I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't. It's funny. It's funny, but
yeah, no, yeah, dude, it was. Oh my gosh.
this is one of those things that like. This is the stuff that I wish was like on TV because it's just like endless comedy. You're just watching like
Yeah,
you know random
and
like
there are some
coffee
dudes
shop
that are like,
owner just get lit up by
right,
warehouse worker. Like it's just funny.
bro. Yeah, and some of those guys. Okay, some of those guys are in good shape. Like you can tell, like just seeing them run the way they're built. I'm like, oh, bro, you do this. Like you. But then some guys I'm watching out there, I'm like, bro, you were stocking the yogurt at Trader Joe's. Like, what are you doing? Like,
What's also funny is that not funny, but what's interesting is I'm seeing these guys and the way they tackle. like this is the dude you watch the game with, and there's a helmet to helmet, and like, oh, the game is soft now.
Oh,
And it's like, bro, like you're the reason why like football guys get weird when I said the whole Tua should retire.
yeah,
Oh, it's
and
a
that
man
like,
game, this, and it's like, okay, but it's is it manly to be alive? Is it okay if I'm alive? Is it okay if I don't want to die? I just so it's just see these
yeah,
guys lead
man.
with their head, and you're like, oh my, like
Or like terrible form, like don't wrap up, just go for the like. Come on,
yeah,
dude. Like,
that's because I think playing would be fun, but watching that the way they like just they use their bodies as missiles, that would keep me from playing
oh
because
yeah,
there's
yeah,
no way. It'd be one thing if we're rapping and we're just kind of like, hey, we're just trying to like sweat, have some fun, and make it home.
yeah.
But these guys are just like
They're out there
practice,
for blood,
like
bro. They're headhunting. They're headhunting, and it's
yeah,
like,
bro. It's like NFL blitz out there, bro. It's
but
crazy.
it's NFL Street, like the one like on cement, like the video game,
It's
dude,
oh my god.
bro. I
Uh,
had flashbacks of like playing like football during like lunch in like middle school, where you're just out there like in your clothes and just. And I was like, dude,
yeah,
because those hits hurt. That's one thing. Like that's, and here's the thing: like you're wearing gear, like when you play. So it's like you. I remember because I'd never played tackle football until like after high school. I was always just too heavy
right.
for the leagues.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I remember the first day like of like full contact with pads,
Hmm.
and bro, the pain you feel like your chest, or your neck, bro, your head, like just oh man, I cannot imagine. So yeah. Or getting like your finger smashed by like a face mask. Oh, dude. It's
Yeah,
crazy. It's crazy.
it would make sense if this was like right out of high school
Yeah, you're like 18, 19.
because at least you become, a college coach will watch this. Maybe you get recruited to go to college, and there's like a more realistic path because you hear these,
Right,
like Cam Newton went to community college, and there's that path, and
right.
so um, I think if it was that, it would make sense. But like Andy Reid isn't calling a 37-year-old.
Yeah, this isn't Invincible with Vince
Yeah,
Papali. Like
yeah, yeah.
like just
The Chiefs ain't calling you for a Super Bowl run.
yeah. Yeah,
Mahomes,
dude.
Mahomes isn't like, hey, I need a 85 on the
On the Cobras out of
on the cut
like
hate Cobras. Like,
yeah, out of like Townsville, USA. Like just
oh my
dude,
god,
that was a good laugh. When you sent that, I was like, "There's no way to." When you said tackle, I was like, "Tackle?" I was like, "Flag, maybe." I was like,
bro, there's like real money was spent to get the pads, to get the helmet, to get the design, like real. And then there's like refs.
"Oh
Like
yeah."
these dudes are like in
Like
like
it's
going,
a league. Like someone's out there officiating, bro.
they're spending real money.
There's teammates cheering them on, like not playing. There's bench warmers. There's guys like, you
Can
know,
you imagine being one of these like I'm on a I don't know 53-man roster. I never play, but I paid $5,000 to be on the team. Heck, what are
like,
we
hey
doing?
bro, can you make my birthday party on Sunday? I got a game, bro.
I
I
got a
got a
game.
game. Like you know what I mean? Like you're just like,
I got a
bro,
game. Ah.
bro. You're like, hey man, my
Uh,
kid's turning 5. Come over. We're gonna put the game on some way. I gotta play. I got a 1 o'clock kickoff. I gotta make that.
got
And
a
like,
or like, hey, you want to hang out tonight? Nah, I gotta go sleep early, man. I
bro, I
gotta.
got practice. Bro, I got 6 a.m. weightlifting before work. Like
We're watching film tomorrow. I can't.
watching film.
Bro.
Oh man,
Or like, hey, you watching the game? Nah, man. I gotta
I
watch
got a
film.
game, bro.
I gotta watch film on the offense we're playing against. Like, what are we doing, man? What are we
oh,
doing?
dude.
Um, yeah.
Oh
So
man.
this weekend we saw Canelo. Canelo fought, um, and we are. Well, actually, what did you think of the fight?
Man, dude, I was surprised. Like, and sure, we can give some credit to Berlanga,
Hmm.
but man, some of the shots Canelo was landing, I was like, hey man, because maybe it is an age thing, right? Because he is 34 now. But I was thinking, like, man, bro, if Canelo was like maybe 3 or 4 years younger, 30, right?
Mm,
I was like, I think this guy would have been out of there by now,
yeah.
you know? And so, and he's still like, because I saw your little the short review you did where like he still has plenty left in the tank,
Yeah.
right? The skills are still there. He still has power,
Right.
but it's almost like the ferocity. Like I remember before when guys were hurt against Canelo, they'd be wobbly just getting up, and then he'd be like, "All right, I have a shot to maybe just not go in too early, but still have enough to pursue and kind of make them,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and so, yeah, it's
He's also fighting bigger guys.
right.
Like Berlanga, I saw went in there at like
193.
93. And so Canelo weighed in at 166. Berlanga weighed in at 167. So Berlanga weighed in, came into the fight like 20 something pounds heavier.
Yeah.
Already, like, so I think that has to be taken into consideration. What's weird to me in the conversation is that everyone is acting like Canelo's the first boxer to get older and not and have his knockout um rate drop.
Right.
This happens to everybody.
But did you not watch Floyd at the end? Like Floyd was just
Crack
cashing
out,
in, like
crack
just
out, crack out the end. We
yeah,
had we had Freddie Roach blaming the fact that he became a Christian. That's why that's why he wasn't knocking dudes out anymore because he became a Christian and was friendlier. It's like or he's like in his mid 30s. I don't know, and he's fighting
yeah.
younger dudes. So I think this is Canelo is still
He's
Canelo,
still king. He's still face of boxing. Like he's still,
and yeah, but it's a different stage. He's entering a different stage, and if he's able to dominate with his mind like he's been able to, I think he'll still be all right. Because it was
yeah.
still a boxing clinic. He was
Right. Yeah.
cool. He but Langa was not able to do much, and
Right.
Canelo was walking him down still, even though he was a smaller guy. Um, and what was interesting though in the knockdown, it was very clear that Berlanga's camp told him do not exchange. And this was so it reminded me a lot of because I rewatched the fight and it was a more respectable performance than the Charlo one.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
But it was because Charlo went in there to not get knocked out.
Right.
That was his like he didn't care about winning. He didn't care about anything. And Berlanga followed that script. He just let his angst go a little more. But it was
Yeah.
the same script. And I do wonder if that's also what's attributing to the lack of knockouts because we saw this also without Ryder. With
Hmm.
Ryder was in there to survive 12 rounds. And when Ryder fought Munguia, Ryder was exchanging. He was willing to be aggressive, and he got taken out of there. So I do wonder if the change in the way these guys are fighting Canelo is what's affecting um this thing. Because I do wonder if he were to fight Benavidez and Benavidez were to go all in, I do think Canelo would get him out of there. Just for the sheer fact that there would be
Right, right.
more
Yeah, no, Benavidez,
opportunity.
I think he's not one to. I don't even think he would know how to fight the more conservative
Change.
way. Like
Right.
yeah, and I don't think he'd want to either. I think he's such a proud guy where he's like, no, dude, I think I can get him out of there. I'm gonna try to throw hands with Canelo and engage.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So yeah, dude, okay. All the people in the comments just there was one guy I don't even remember, but this was on Twitter, but he was like,
Hmm.
he's like, call me a hater, but he was like, after watching this fight,
Hmm.
he's like, Benavidez stops Canelo and Crawford beats Canelo. And I'm like, bro, put the pipe down. What, like, come
That
on,
he said
dude.
what?
That Benavidez stops Canelo and that Crawford could win a decision. And I'm like, bro, like, just,
Oh,
like, come on, dude. So,
really?
yeah. And I'm like you said, he still dominated. Like, he still looked, it's more of the
What's
mind game.
but what is the like why do they say that?
I think it's just because Canelo didn't get Berlanga out of there. And I'm like, bro, did you watch Bud against Madrimov? I'm like, what? Like,
Yeah, I don't get it.
and there were some rounds that Madrimov like won for sure. Like it wasn't like at all like a whole one-sided beatdown with Crawford. So
But Bud really wants that fight, huh? Like he's
I mean, he wants that money, dude. Like
yeah.
he's So did you see that they mistook Crawford for Kendrick Lamar at the UFC, bro? I was like, maybe you should focus on like being a big figure in your sport to where that's not happening to you, bud. Instead of
Yeah.
taking this fight. Come on, dude. So
If I was Canelo, I'd use that as a like I need to make more money. Nobody knows who he is. Like, what do you mean? Like he was in a combat sport show and they didn't know who he was.
dude.
So yeah, man. I I he there was no sight of Benavidez, right?
No, I even
Right.
went on after and like try to look for like an Instagram story or something. Nothing.
There was no sight of him. And then Canelo didn't really say much as to who's next. He kind of just was like,
He gave the typical, I'm gonna enjoy this victory. I'm gonna enjoy my
yeah, but
family.
typically he'll say like he'll drop a name or he'll like give a hint. Um, and this time there was none of that.
Well, these last two or three, it's been very like I don't want to think about that right now. I'm gonna enjoy this,
Yeah.
my family, and then after I'm done with that, me and Eddie and the team are gonna get together and we're gonna figure it out. That's what it's been like the last like because after the Munguia fight too, we were waiting. We're like, bro, what are you gonna do? And he's like, stop. I'm gonna do this, this, and that, and then I'll get to that. So
What? Yeah, and it's hard to predict because
since he is in this era too, where he can choose any fight he wants,
yeah.
like it's
But who? I mean, who would he? Because then it becomes a math game, you know? Like who is it that he would fight? Who's there that you would be like, I guess he could fight him? And it kind of comes back to Benavides again. Or Bivol, I guess. If Bivol beats
he was calling out Bivol before the fight. He's like, I want the rematch, and bro, that's a dog, bro. That's like that one doesn't get better as the days go by.
it's like worse for Canelo, yeah.
Yeah, like I saw a video of him just training, Bivol just training, and I'm like, no, I'm like, bro, like, yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah.
because even say Canelo fights him, he beats him. Well, then Bivol just gets another shot, right? So we're at least looking at this at least another two fights.
Oh, like a trilogy if you were to beat Bivol.
Well, because I would think so.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Especially if Bivol.
I mean, he would have to completely obliterate Bivol, and I just don't. I don't know. Bivol is a really good boxer. Bivol's not
Yeah.
going to get.
Right, right.
I
He's
think
not gonna get
Canelo.
suckered into doing anything
Right.
reckless.
Like
He's
I
very
think
disciplined.
Canelo could beat him at like boxing points if he's.
If he's also disciplined and sticks
Yeah,
to a
because
game
I
plan.
thought had Canelo had been motivated and taken that fight seriously, I think he would have beat Bivol the first time, and we would have never heard about this. But I don't know, unless Bivol, I don't know, I don't know the how unless he were to somehow be able to drop Bivol early, and then Bivol's chasing the fight the whole
Secure like a
time,
larger lead, you know? Yeah.
maybe. But at that point, like Bivol's like, well, I already beat him once, and if he beats me this time, I'm cashing two Canelo checks anyways. So I'm kind of good. Um, well, because you would figure they would
Yeah.
probably fight, even if they fight at 175, Canelo's not going to stay at 175. He's not even getting to 168 anymore. He's at 166
Right. I did notice that. I was like, is that intentional that he's not even pushing the envelope of 168? But
because before it was like he was, we would have like, oh man, hopefully he's like under 168. And now it's like,
oh, he's good. He's, you know,
yeah, like
yeah,
he's
he's be
probably
like
walk,
168 on the dot or like 167.7, like right on
yeah,
the money.
like he's walking around probably at 160 something. And which is good.
He's like when Floyd was fighting at 154. He's like, I'm 152 weighing in. Like just, you know. And
Yeah.
that's after I had a Big Mac this morning and one
Right,
last night. Like just to
right.
wait, you know.
Yeah. Goals. Those are
Yeah.
goals, man.
Dude, there's that video. I think it's Floyd like getting a massage, but he's like eating too. He's just like, I think they brought him like chicken, and he's just like, yeah, I gotta fight tomorrow. You know, just have a little midnight snack and blah blah blah. And he was just like, there's like a fire going, like a fireplace, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this dude's one of the best, bro. Come on, look at him.
Yeah. Prime 24/7 Floyd was the most entertaining Floyd. Just because of just how ridiculous. You're like, this is the number one boxer in the world. Like this guy? He's
Oh
eating
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Popeyes. Like this guy? And it's like, yeah.
dude.
He just
Riding around in the Escalade like with his buddies, just like,
yeah.
dude.
I think it was I don't know, it was like the day after the fight or something, but we're talking about um boxers, and my sister was like, well, Floyd was super disciplined. He never even ate fast food. And I'm like, no, that's like he ate a
Right.
lot of fast food. He didn't drink. He didn't have alcohol.
Right. He wouldn't like go out and like club
Like
a
he
whole
didn't
bunch. He
yeah,
would,
he didn't smoke, but she's like, wait, he had a lot of fast food? I'm like, a lot of fast food. Like this dude was eating like McDonald's at like 2 a.m. Like, and he's like, what?
I don't know who loves McDonald's more, him or like Chad Johnson, like when they were playing, like just like body fueled by like
Oh,
Ronald McDonald, you know?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I don't know. It's the thin is the herd is thinning. Like I don't know who else. Um, honestly, like this fight seems a little more possible, I guess. But rematch with Plant. Plant's looking good. I love Plant, bro. Plant is like
Yeah, I do too. I just,
not saying that it'd be good, but I'm just like because Plant Plant is doing that old school boxer mentality. Like he's lost,
yeah,
but he still keeps coming back and fighting and just delivering entertaining fights. So
yeah.
I could totally see someone pushing that fight and be like, "Hey, we can make this happen again." Like, you know, but Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised Benavidez didn't come out and like talk more smack after this fight. The moment seemed like tailor made for him and his dad to just pop up on
Well,
social
maybe
media.
because his last fight he didn't look as great,
Yeah.
and so yeah, that's probably why he didn't push it as much as we thought he would have. Because I was surprised he wasn't even there.
Right, right.
And apparently the fight did really well. Apparently there's new rumors that it sold like 750K.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
And
yeah, it was
I was like, whoa. Because, you had like people like Oscar being like, it's not even going to sell 100. And I'm like, calm down.
let's be realistic. Come on. Yeah.
But even me, who's like a huge Canelo supporter, I wouldn't have said 750.
Right. I would have been like, oh, it'd be nice if they got like 500,000 tops,
Right. Yes.
you know?
Yes.
Like that would have been, because but no, yeah.
Because I saw the figure, I'm like 750.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
It was an entertaining fight, man. I mean, regardless of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it being a
Yeah.
decision, like it was like, bro, when they were beefing, they were talking smack. When he did drop Berlanga, it was dramatic.
Yeah.
They had some good buildup. And Plant and his guy had some good buildup too. They had a good fight, so it was
Yeah.
it was just like an all around like it was a good
And then
card. Good fight.
Berlanga, I hadn't seen anybody do this with Canelo, and I was like, oh, we're in this stage of Canelo's uh career, where the other guy just tries to be dirty, just to
Just to piss him off, like
yeah,
just
just to knock yeah, and knock him off the game plan, and he did that, and it was interesting to see because nobody had done that at Canelo, and he was just kind of like, "What the hell are you doing?" And then he just like punched them.
right, yeah, yeah. When the ref was like in between, and they were like, "Hey, hey," like, dude, oh my
But
god,
when they're like holding and Berlanga's punching Canelo, and they're just like they're just
yeah,
both
yeah,
punching
yeah.
each other,
Oh my
and
gosh.
I'm like, I mean, when
The
you're
only other moment that kind of felt like that was when I think Canelo tried to hit Triple G from behind when he had him like in the head,
right,
like
right,
but that was like a one-off moment. But even in
yeah,
this fight, like they had, bro, there was that moment where Canelo was coming out of the corner and he was like, "Bro, don't mess with me," and he was
yeah,
pointing at him with his
yeah,
glove,
yeah,
and I was like, I don't think I've ever seen Canelo like say that to someone
yeah,
more than once, like just
right, yeah,
So yeah, and honestly, it was nice after the fight when bro, because Berlanga sold it well, but after the fight when he was like, "Bro, that guy's my idol," like I grew up watching him to share the ring with him. Like it was all respect and admiration, and it was just like, dude, he's like, I almost feel bad that the first big interactions I have with him is us selling this fight, and I have to like
mm.
talk all this smack because you could tell he really like respects him and everything.
What's funny watching those is watching those with people that don't understand exactly that,
Right,
and take it really serious. Like my family was like, "Oh, how are you gonna hug?" Like how, and I'm like, "This is whatever, like what everybody does. Like the reason why you're here watching it is because they talked all that smack. But at the end, it's
right,
the
right,
only one he didn't do that with is BJ Saunders.
right. And he's openly said he's like, bro, I don't like that guy. I don't think he's a
Yeah.
good person. Like,
And so and that checks out. It checks out
right,
because at the end they did the like, hey, good fight, blah blah, whatever. But there wasn't this. There wasn't like with Trip at the end of the third Triple G, there was a lot of respect for each other and just for the admiration
right,
that they shared the ring together. Um and now Canelo's entering that stage too, where a lot of the dudes he's fighting, not only is he making their dreams come true, but it's also like, dude, I saw you fight my whole life. Like
right,
the you are the poster that was on my wall
right.
as I
Well,
was
it's like
training.
dudes playing with Brady when they were like, bro, I was
Right.
in middle school when
Yeah,
Brady
yeah,
won
yeah.
his first. Like it was,
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah, man. And also like like you said, people don't realize it with like combat sports, but most of the time, and one, it's a job,
Hmm.
right? So so two, that being said, it's like there's no actual real animosity.
Right.
It's actually very rare when they don't like each other in person, like as people,
Yeah.
you know?
And those fights are not that great.
Right,
'Cause
right.
it's too much. They're too emotional.
Two tens, there's too much like, yeah, yeah. Yeah. And so no, yeah, it was cool to see for sure. He was just like, dude, you know. Yeah, you
Yeah.
said it best. Like, bro, that was the poster that was up my wall when I was like coming up.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see what he does after this because yeah.
Man, this is the worst part of like the not worst, but like my least favorite part of like being a Canelo fan, where it's like we're in that standby period where it's like we're gonna see all these like TikToks or videos of him out partying or enjoying his family, and then once it's January, we're gonna be like, all right, bro, when are you announcing the fight? And it's like, and then it's gonna get close because like last
Yeah, the last few
before
have
last Cinco
gotten
de
really
Mayo, like it
good.
got close before you announced Munguia. So we're like, bro, when are you announcing the fight? Come on, bro, you know, and the
Yeah.
same old thing with like the reporters asking him the same questions. Hey, who's gonna fight next? And he's like, we'll let you know in a little bit. And then it's like,
Right.
so
Yeah.
that's the part I look forward to the least with boxing. Was Canelo specifically, just like looking forward to it, just being like, all right, dude, when is the next fight? Who is it? I need to know who it is. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then we're obviously we're only gonna get more uh Terrence Crawford videos. Today, I think today or yesterday, he did the whole like the only thing the only challenging thing about Canelo is his power and
Power
size.
and size. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw
Oh,
that.
is that all? Like, is that all? Like, you're gonna find it his weight class, but the only thing he presents is the fact that he's bigger and stronger than you. Yeah. Okay. Like, that's not a big issue. So
Yeah, man.
I wish that he would just be like, you know what? I just want to get paid, man. Because then it just would be like, all right, like cool, like
Like we knew what it was. You know what it is. Okay.
yeah, because
Like
in any other sense, it doesn't make sense why he's, especially after how he looked at 150. Like if I was him, I'd just do it again at the bigger size, just to put on tape a better performance. Because
oh, like
after
fight another guy at 154 or a guy who's
right, right,
yeah.
yeah, or whatever, yeah, yeah, but just
Right.
because
Yo, fight Charlo. Fight like fight and bro, get a
right,
good fight and then
because after the last fight, everyone was like, yeah, Canelo kicks him. Like, yeah, come on.
yeah. Yeah, he would need another a performance similar to the one he gave Errol Spence with a bigger guy for us to be like,
And I don't think he can do that.
yeah, and like you know, so yeah, kind of maybe you can tell me if I'm like, way off here, but kind of feels like he kind of squandered that moment when he beat Spence and just didn't capitalize. Um, because when you have moments like that, it's like, dude, you got to make like have a good opponent for the next fight or have a good performance.
Mhm.
Or do like a bunch of promo, do a bunch of like PR stuff with your social media and stuff like that, and just promote things. And it kind of felt like he thought that moment would just carry him through. And it's like, well,
Isn't that the story though of his career?
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like you like prior to that, we were waiting for that moment to come along, and then he got it, and it was great. Everyone was like, dude, this is legit. He's
Mhm,
legit.
mhm.
And he thought it was gonna be enough. And it's like, oh, bro, that's not enough. Like that's just, so
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, because I think like man, like he's wasted so much of his career.
just waiting, just
Like I get it, you love Nebraska, but it took him way too long to leave
yeah,
Nebraska. One, two, to appeal to a bigger audience, and three to capitalize on the moments. Like he wasted so much time on Spence that by the time he fought Spence, Spence had already gone through a few car accidents. And I think he beat Spence regardless, but
right.
it becomes a bigger deal and a bigger wave if he beats pre-car accident Spence.
Right.
But he just and you know, we're seeing this happen right now with Shakur Stevenson, who right after we recorded the last pod, he dropped out of the fight because you know some hand injury or something like that. But it's happening with Shakur Stevenson where it's like you had a moment and you could have capitalized on it and you didn't, and now people don't care about you anymore, and now your fighting style is boring, and now it's like whatever wave you had is completely gone, and now you got to work twice as hard because you're not exciting to watch anymore.
Right.
And Ryan Garcia went through the same thing, but his was because he's like stupid and he just did
Yeah.
stupid things. And Devin Haney's moment got taken away by Ryan Garcia, and it's going to be really hard for us to not think of him getting destroyed and ran through Ryan Garcia by Ryan Garcia. And so it's just interesting that we are now back to where we were a few years ago, where
We're waiting for all these dudes to like, get it
yeah, it's
going.
like so who's next? Because Inoue is great, but Inoue has no interest in becoming a global star because he's cashing checks in Japan and he's good with that. And like
Yeah.
there's nothing we can do about that. Like it's just the way it goes. So yeah, man.
Hopefully
Um,
Canelo can talk some sense into Delfimo and be like, hey bro, there's kind of like a shift that's gonna happen soon. Because he's gonna retire soon, right?
yeah.
Canelo?
Delfimo can capitalize it. Yeah.
And it's like, dude, someone has to like, he's an exciting fighter, young,
Yeah.
he can do it. I don't know. Delfimo, get at me, bro.
Yeah.
Just saying. We'll help you. Arrows up, we'll help you like, we'll give you the game plan. We'll give you the blueprint.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. That's that's where we're at.
Yeah.
Um, in terms of Tua, just kind of flipping
I was
to
gonna say, yeah.
um, it is weird how there's those two camps, huh? Like,
Yeah, it's
but and what I think what we all agree on is it's obviously his decision to make,
right.
but I do think there needs some all I'm saying because I got like some heat from people who were like, oh, just
Hold on, like people hit you up after you like posted your
Mhm.
pod?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
And I was like, okay, but it's just it's his. I get it. It's his decision. All I'm saying is somebody should tell him, like, hey, dude, like maybe you
Maybe
should think about it. Maybe it might be time for you to hang this up. That's
yeah.
all I was saying. And I just think it's a weird conversation because you get into this masculine type of role where certain dudes think that the masculine thing to do is to die, I guess. But
Yeah.
and I just think, well, what about raising his like I don't know if he has kids or he's married, but what about that? Like he's gonna
Right.
hire
I
and
think he'd want to remember his kids' names when he has them, or just you know what I mean, or just not be like a vegetable in some instances. Because and that's the thing, man. Like I can't remember the boxer's name. There's a boxer that was left like that, like in a wheelchair kind of thing, and it's like, dude, like who's there to pick up those pieces when the lights fade and you're no longer out there, like a
right,
big star. It's easy for us to be like, oh, dude, it's weak and blah blah, and like, dude, I had a coach. I coached. I'm not gonna say his name, but he would say this phrase when he would like see the way football was heading, and excuse my French, but he would say the pussification of American football is happening like before our eyes. And I was just like, at the time, I was like, oh yeah. But now that I'm older, I'm just like, dude, like it gets pretty sad seeing these guys in their old age with like nothing, especially like when their mind is going too, and like and I do hear guys joke about it too, like even like some like NFL players. But I'm like, bro, this is real. This is real stuff, man. Some of these guys,
Or
like,
even not even old age. Like you getting dudes at like 40 who are like,
yeah, dude, I'll watch Edelman on his pod. I love his pod, but he'll be slurring his words a little bit. And
mm,
I'm like, that dude took a bunch of shots, man. Yeah, I get it. 3 time Super Bowl champ, all that good stuff. But it's like, it gets a little painful watching them just kind of, and and it's not bad, but it's not bad yet. But dude, he's young. Like, they're young guys.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so,
I was watching on Sunday before the Niner game. I had it on just as I was getting ready for church, and they had asked Gronk a question. I forgot about what, but they asked him about a game, like keys to the game for this, and he just like didn't have like a coherent thought. And I'm just like, I don't think Gronk is like good for. Hey Gronk, Niners Vikings. What do the Vikings need to do to beat the Niners today? And they asked him about the Ravens. They asked him about the Ravens, and they asked him about the Raiders. And they asked him about the keys to that game.
right.
And he went on some tangent about Brock Bowers, which is, it's fine. And he's a tight end, and Broncos a tight end. But I just think like, man, like that wasn't the question. Like they didn't ask you about Brock Bowers, but it was almost like all Gronk had was Brock Bowers. And I was like, man, I don't know if it's like preparation. I don't know if he didn't prepare for that. Or I don't know if it's just like he did and he just can't remember it. And all he knows is like, oh yeah, they got Brock Bowers. I'm just talking about Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it's sad. It's sad to see some of these dudes.
Yeah.
And it's a weird thing to have people just be so.
Like gung ho about it, just like, like it's.
Yeah, because I'm not saying like not to. I mean, you do whatever you want, like play football, whatever. But
Right.
if he was my brother, I'd be like, dude, I think
Yeah, just straight up. Hey man, like, probably not worth it. Like, you've played a
like
long time.
yeah,
Like,
you've made a lot of money. Like I'm
yeah,
sure if you quit now or you retire now, some TV's gonna hire you. Talk football,
right, right. Like, and that's the thing. Like, with like some of these,
Nick Saban's your coach. You don't think Nick Saban could get you a job somewhere? Like, come on, like. So
yeah,
that's the thing. I think to me, it's not so much. It's like it's beyond the game. There has to like it'd be one thing if these guys played until they're like 60. Then it's like, well, I mean, this is what you do, but they're done playing before they're 40,
yeah.
and they have like an entire life ahead of them still. And it's just like, are you just gonna like live with a brain that doesn't work just because you're a man?
A
Like that
lot of
doesn't
these
make any
dudes
sense.
they don't look that far ahead though. Like, I was watching Edelman's pod, and he was talking with Matthew Slater, right?
Mhm.
And they're talking about retirement, and they're just like, man, it's kind of weird because like this is all I've known since I was like 13. Like, I just be here this time, do this, do that, prepare this way. You have games, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Um, and they're like, yeah, you have free time now, but it's like it's been your life for a large chunk of your existence,
Right.
and even something like Jason Kelsey was saying, he was like, dude, I need to work out a certain amount just because my wife can tell I'm not myself. If I'm not out doing stuff, if I don't find
Mhm.
something to do,
Yeah.
they're like, I just, and so for some, I bet there's a lot of that for some of these guys too, where they're just like, oh, did I retire? But then what? Like, just so, but that's coming either way. And so like, some of these guys they gotta figure that out, man. So, but yeah, like you said, like dude, if you were to his brother, or man, because it's pretty scary. One of my teammates got a concussion. I was a sophomore, and he'd been moved up to varsity. He was a running back,
Mm.
and I remember the game. I wasn't there when this happened, but I remember seeing him like taking shots like during the game, and I was like, because he's like I said, 14, 15 years old. He passed out like in the locker room like later that night, and so it's like, and this happening to guys like this young too. So it's not just like a pro thing where it's like, but it's a danger at all times, and it's pretty scary. They'll like, and one of them told me, one of my other friends that had to stop playing, he's like, dude, he's like, you black out for like a few minutes, you don't even know where you are, or you're conscious but you can't remember everything in that moment when they're like, do you know where you are? Do you know what you're doing? And you're just like, scary stuff, man. So,
Yeah, just
so
it's crazy.
yeah,
It's crazy, man.
yeah.
Um,
That's wild though. That people are like,
dude,
dude,
it's
that,
it's
bro,
insane. But I think it speaks to I think this idea of manhood, and I think this idea of like what it means to be manly, and because I'm all for making men tougher or kids tougher.
right?
And I've told you, like, I've seen some kids coaching, and I'm like maybe you need to get pushed a little more. Like, maybe, like,
No, for sure. Like yeah. There's a
so there
healthy,
is a,
yeah.
like,
There's a
and
place for it.
yeah, because without the respect, like, yeah, some little kids need to be, some little boys are like being raised to be wusses. And
Yeah,
so there needs to be like toughing up of like pushing, roughing them up a little bit.
right. Well,
I've told
handling
you,
responsibility. A lot of things where it's like,
right.
hey man, like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
you could do this, you could do that, but you have to do it eventually. Like you have
Right.
to confront this uncomfortable thing.
Yes, yes.
And I think that gets twisted into like any and all things are handled that
Yeah.
way. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
you know,
Yeah, 'cause
there's a meme I saw where it's like with this kind of topic, and I think they were giving a guy like a hard time about like loving his wife.
mm,
And like, so the guys are just like digging into him, and someone was like, "Bro, is this where we're at? Like, is it like, is it not manly to love your wife, bro? Like, what, you know?" And it's like, okay, cool, like, you know,
it's dude, and it's so backwards because it's just so crazy, like just
yeah,
how like the manliness works, especially because there has to be an understanding of context. Context
right,
is a big key to it. And like my little brother, when he lived in Asperia and I wasn't as around as much, when he came back, he wasn't soft, but he was more sensitive, I would say.
right,
And as he got to hang out with me more, and as he got to hang out with Adrian, and we just started just he was around more dudes,
right,
he became a little tougher, just was able to like take a joke now,
right,
thicker skin, his mindset started to like become, and that's the stuff that's like good manliness, the stuff that, the men that build homes and build
right,
build things, and like your dad,
right,
who's a strong male figure in the home, and that kind of stuff is the stuff you need.
right,
I'm
right,
tired, but I'm still gonna go out to work and I'm gonna take care of my business even though I'm tired, and I don't have the energy. I'm gonna do it, and the discipline. So all
right,
that good stuff. But then
right. It
there's
goes hand in hand. Yeah,
the stuff of like I'm sick, but I'm not gonna go to the doctor, and it's like,
dude, like,
okay, but you're gonna die. Like what?
right,
Death is not manliness. Like so I just
right,
and so the Tua thing was so weird because it just left me like, man, like, so if he were to die on the field, you're like,
Y'all would be like, oh, as he should have, yeah, like just,
you're
and it's like,
good, like,
what,
yeah, that
like,
that's cool with you, like him dying on the field, and it's like, like that's the manly way to go. Like, and he just
Yeah.
leaves whoever he leaves behind, just like
To fend for themselves, like just
how is that manly? I don't understand. Like that's
yeah.
I just so it's a weird conversation because it's a dudes who think they're super manly, and then there's the dudes that like are not manly at all, and then there's like us who's like in the middle, and it's like just because you cry doesn't make you a wuss, but also like just
Maybe
because
don't
you
cry all the time. Like maybe don't like, but
don't
like
cry
there's
for
some moments
everything.
where like you gotta power through some stuff, but it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, don't, yeah, yeah.
right.
Like if
Yeah.
you're crying because you had a rough day today, like toughen up, cupcake. Like come on.
Yeah.
But if you get devastating some devastating news about somebody that's sick, it's cool to be like, oh my god, that sucks, man. Um, yeah, dude. So I don't know, man. It's such a weird
Yeah.
conversation that the Tua thing has brought because um the super macho community, I guess, want to see someone die out there.
Yeah.
Um, and it's weird.
Yeah, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. Um, we we're seeing. Are you? I don't know. I don't know if you're seeing that. If how you feel about this, but I've been watching football, and as I've been watching football, I'm realizing like I'm way older than some of these guys,
Like
and
the
I'm
players are like
yeah, the players, yeah.
yeah.
And I'm entering into this phase of watching the game of like just it's I don't I can't describe it, but it's no longer like the same do or die feeling that I've had in the past. And I don't know if it's what like I don't know if it's like a Super Bowl thing. I don't know if it's like I seen the Niners as three Super Bowls and it's like I'm dead inside, so it doesn't matter. Or if it's like just entering a different stage of just like my sports fandom. But I was watching the game on Sunday. We are playing against Minnesota. And typically, like, I'll have this whole thing and I won't do this and I won't do that. And I woke up and I'm like, we're probably gonna lose today because we never win in Minnesota. And like, and I think I tweeted out like two, three times, like stupid things always happen in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. And I watched the game, I enjoyed it. And my little brother's like losing his mind. And he's like upset.
He's like, what? He's like,
And
yeah.
I was just like, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Um, like, is it because I'm older? Is it because like these guys are way younger? And I'm just like, well, still got to go to work tomorrow. And it was weird. It was because not that I don't care, not that I'm not like gonna stop watching, but it was a weird thing to because I caught myself thinking like, oh man, like I don't feel the need to like get all stressed out and get all crazy. And then we left to church and the game was still on. And typically I would have put on my phone, watching it the whole way. And we're driving and somebody's like, oh, you don't want to you don't want to know like
What the score is, or
and I'm
like
like, well, I'll check the score when I get to church. Like it's fine. And it was so and I it was so weird. It was so weird. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what and even the whole thing like Eliza always started making fun of me for it. I watch games after the fact.
right.
Like I don't feel the desperate need to watch it in the moment. And I'm like, man, like, is it I'm getting older? Is it perspective? Is it I don't know.
I
So
I feel like for you, like it's a combination of things. Um, I feel like as you do get older, like some guys that enthusiasm does wane a little bit.
hmm.
Um, and then two, I think you have been hurt a bunch to where you're like, at the
That's
same time, you're like, bro, it's week two. Like,
yeah, 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 yeah.
you know what I mean?
Right,
Like, I guarantee when it's playoff time, like you're gonna be there. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right, right.
so week two, like you had that feeling. You're like, I don't know, it's Minnesota. Like, I think
Mm,
that's normal. And as you get older, you're gonna be a little more like, hey, bro, if we win, we win. If we don't, like,
mm.
dude, I saw this guy like post on Facebook once, and this one was kind of messed up, and I was pissed off. Now I get where he's coming from, but I'm just like, I still think it was messed up. But when Kobe passed away, this guy that I know, not a sports fan at all, but he was just like, yeah, so everyone's posting about Kobe, and he was like, but yeah, life goes on. Kobe never paid any of my bills. He's like, and I was just like, dang, bro, that's cold. I get it. If you're not into basketball or anything, like, but
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, you could have kept that to yourself, but okay, you know. So, and he is like a somewhat older guy, so I feel like that does happen with most people. They're like, yeah,
You
like,
know, but
all right, my team lost. I like you said, I still got to go into work tomorrow at this time, and just like you know,
I don't want to sound like a complete dick, but that's how I felt when they kept. That's how I feel about Kobe's daughter.
see, Germ, but we talked about this. That's when you
I
keep to
know,
yourself, bro. Come
I
on, like,
know, but I'm saying like, I mean, we won't hash it out.
yeah, no, yeah, that's fine. Because, bro, we had this convo in the chat too, and I was in the chat shook. I was like, I was like SpongeBob. I was like, I'm gonna head out. I was like, I
Yeah,
don't want to
because I do like, yeah, it sucks. It's sad for sure. And I'm not saying it's not sad. I'm just like, ah, all right, cool. Like, I think what sends me over the top is when people do like, oh, we miss you, Gigi. Like, you didn't know her. You miss what? What do you miss? That to me is the part. That to me is it's weird. It's weird, isn't it? It's weird. No,
yeah,
because
yeah.
it's like, what do you? Well,
I guess saying that sentiment is weird. I
yeah,
get
that
that,
sense.
like that
Yeah, yeah,
specifically.
yeah, 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 yeah.
But them making a statue of them together because they passed away together, I'm like, I get that.
I just think, but
Because I
that
feel like
to
that with
me is
actors, like when
weird.
an actor passes away,
Yeah,
people are like, and I'm like, bro, I thought the same thing. I'm like, bro, you didn't know them. Like, you knew a character on screen, like,
yeah,
you know. I
yeah.
guess
That
you could
don't.
say with like Kobe, it's like we saw him play, and he would do interviews and he would speak as himself. Like he was Kobe was Kobe. You know what I mean? That's one. But I remember like when like Paul Walker passed away, people were like, "Oh my god!" And I was just like, "Bro, you knew his character from Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
Like,
that's probably
relax.
not
Like,
how he was. Like,
yeah, I'm sorry. Like, you know, so
yeah, I think that sentiment, that the sentiment that people get when,
that they think they know them, and it's like, bro, you probably don't know them. Like, it's okay.
yeah,
Like,
that to me is weird. Like,
yeah,
I
I
get,
get that for sure, for
and I
sure.
think I get the whole, because even with Kobe, when people do like, I miss Kobe, and I'm just like, well, because you'll randomly get people will randomly post like, oh man, I miss Kobe. It's like, did you like hang out with him? Like, like I miss watching Kobe play. I miss him. Like, I miss his watching him play basketball. But that also like is connected to like when I was a little kid, and it's probably like a
Right,
childhood. You miss the whole thing,
right.
but I don't miss the guy. Like I don't miss like Kobe Bryant the man.
Right.
I miss the basketball player.
Yeah. No,
And
and that,
that because and I'm understand like this week, like yesterday, for example, was Hector's birthday. and leading up to his birthday, we always like had his birthday always landed Canelo fight week.
Right.
And so we always had a thing. We always like watched it together. And so I was like, and I had told you guys,
Right.
like,
Right.
I was all messed up. I've been all messed up. And like, and so that to me puts into perspective of like what it means to miss. And I'm coming in from that standpoint that I think like if you
But they're
miss,
different. Like those, like that's
yeah,
yeah,
and but that's what I mean. Like, so when someone says I miss Gigi, I'm like, you barely even watch the Lakers. Like, you're gonna miss
yeah.
like that's the reason.
Right. And you would know Gigi even less than you knew Kobe because, like I said, like you would hear Kobe talk, like you would hear him.
Right. Like
You
we didn't
know,
start seeing her until after he retired.
yeah.
And even then you saw her like once or twice. Like all the pictures that come out of her is the same pictures of the two games where she was with Kobe. And it's like that's that like what are you talking? What are we doing here? What are
Yeah.
we talking about? It just doesn't make any sense. It just makes no sense to me. Um but people like get crazy. People
Yeah.
people
Yeah. No, that's
do these things. But as a sports fan, I just find myself loving the game as much. So I'm not saying I don't love the game. I'm not saying I don't love sports like that. I still do. And I'm still like hyped up for it. I'm still like the Minnesota game bugged me because it's like, how the hell can we not? I like, how have we not won it since '92 versus that team? Makes no sense.
right.
But it's not
In Minnesota or like
in
regular
Minnesota.
season.
In no, no, in Minnesota.
Okay, all right.
So because we
That's all
played
stat too.
them,
Like the Pats hadn't beat the Seahawks regular season since like 2008, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I was like, "So yeah,
yeah, like we played them in San Francisco and we beat them.
right,
It's just
okay,
in Minnesota, and so you got to imagine Jerry Rice hasn't they never won in Minnesota as a
right,
Montana, Steve Young.
yeah,
It's just like stupid things happen in Minnesota. So it's just interesting. And I was just thinking like, man, like I wonder if it's because I'm older and I'm just numb and this is just my coping with
Honestly,
them.
those might be like kind of synonymous at this point.
Yeah,
Like as you get
because
older,
with the
you're just
Red
like,
Sox, I have found myself. I'll watch it, but emotionally, I'm disconnected,
yeah.
and it's been ever since that Mookie trade that I just feel very like,
Oh, te dolió. You've been hurt. You've been
yeah,
like,
because to
yeah.
me, the message that they sent was, "We don't care," and I'm like, well, if you don't care, then I don't
Why
care.
should I? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
And so I haven't bought like Red Sox merch since Mookie, and it's like, because if you don't care, then why should I care? I
Dang,
don't care. You don't care. You don't. I don't care. And
dang.
and so it's interesting. It's an interesting like thing. So it's probably that. It's not even my age. It's
Yeah.
probably because even with the
Eh,
Lakers and LeBron, like I care, but it's like you're catering to this guy, man. So like whatever.
right, right. And with the Niners, like you do get like that sense of like they play for each other.
Yeah,
Like the and you
I
I could
just
tell you
been
love that.
hurt.
I could tell you love that,
Yeah,
So
that's true.
yeah.
That's true. Because if the Niners had won like one Super Bowl of the three we've lost, I'd be insufferable. So I'm insufferable losing three Super Bowls. Imagine I would have won one. Imagine I would have won all three.
Hmm. We wouldn't know you anymore. You'd be like you'd just
We wouldn't
bro.
know
You
you
you would have
anymore.
moved to the Bay by now. You would have been like, I'm going. Like just like Stephanie, pack up. Like that's it. Like
Where does German live? He built a house right next to Santa Clara, right
and he
next to
blocked all our
Levi
numbers.
Stadium.
Yeah, bro. Like that's it. Like you took off, dude.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, that's funny. Um, yeah. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at with
Yeah.
with uh with life. Um, do we have? Do you think we have a as because I don't want to get crazy political, but um, do you think as we get closer to the election, do you think we're gonna see more like
Events, if you will, like just
yeah, because it does, and maybe we're more aware, we're older, so we can like pay attention. But doesn't it feel like it's just like there's madness around this election cycle
yeah.
where it's just like there's cycles on both ends?
It's crazy that you mentioned it too, because like you said, like we're older, like but dude, as a kid, like I don't remember like just any of this, like just
Yeah, I don't ever, yeah, like I don't remember as a kid ever hearing um, like, oh man, like democracy is on the brink of getting
yeah.
destroyed.
I
It is
remember
headed
the
to take-
first time I saw something like that, I was kind of like, bro, are we like? I mean, I get it, you disagree, but I'm like, are we watching the same thing? Or like, so bro, I had a coach who I had like on Facebook as like a Facebook friend,
Yeah.
Um, I was like 14 at the time, but it was the when was it? It was the second time Obama got elected,
Mm.
and this coach he just like went off, and he was just like, "That's it." Like he was just like it's over, and I'm just like, and now I'm like, I mean, we're still here. Like, sure, it's not always great, but it's like, you know what I mean? It's just like the rhetoric of like, oh, this is it. Like, and I'm just like, bro, like, are we like, relax, bro, pump the brakes. Like, you're gonna be fine. You're
Yeah.
still gonna go to your job. Like, just so that was the first time that I was kind of like something was in the air, but right now it does feel like very much like every other day there's like some kind of story, and it's just like, oh, dude,
Yeah. It's weird, man. It's a weird, the rhetoric is weird because it's such a,
it's like
it's,
an all or nothing mentality, and it's
yeah, it's like, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Because like I'll hear people do the, like I was watching the debate and Kamala was saying something like he's a threat, like Donald Trump is a threat to
like
um,
democracy, like just, yeah, yeah,
and I'm like he president though, like, and we were fine, like, and on the other side you'll hear like Tucker Carlson be like, if Kamala wins, we might have a civil war. Like what? What? Like what?
yeah.
Like what? What do we? What do you
I
do?
yeah,
What?
yeah. Do my dad will hear that from like coworkers, and I'm just like, bro, you work at Walmart, chill out, like just like just pump the brakes,
I'm
make sure you change the oil properly on that car, clean up an aisle three.
I'm just like, what do we like?
I've seen the way y'all move. None of us are in shape to fight any kind of civil war. Not like
Yeah,
just
I'm just like, so you're saying if she wins, Republicans are gonna take out their guns, and what are they like? You can just go to door to door and be like, "Hey, who'd you vote for?" And if you say the wrong name, you get shot. Like, I don't
dude. There's
like.
there's that clip from that movie Civil War. Did you remember the movie Civil War?
Right,
Like,
right, right, right.
and it's the guy, and he's like, what are you? And he's like, I'm Chinese, and he's like, he just shoots the guy, and it's
He's like, "I'm
like
American.
like I
I'm
know you think
American."
we're going there, but we're not there. Like, just don't even like just
It's
chill.
such a weird. It's weird, man. It's a
Yeah,
weird thing because it's just like, what are we doing, man? Like, what is? Because it's fear mongering on both ends. Both sides
right,
are
right.
spewing this like fear, and it's just like I don't. I don't understand what this is. What's strange to me is, or the most strange, is the Christians who get crazy because it's just like, well, like we should be cool, right? Like if you die, you go to heaven, right? That's the belief.
Right.
So if Kamala wins, shouldn't we like be like, oh, cool, like this, the end times is even closer. That's what I would think.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And so to me, it's weird that Christian churches, are now like sects of the like Republican Party. And it's like you do know your allegiance is not to the Republican Party. Your allegiance is to God.
Right.
And that part is weird. It's a weird thing for me to see the church become like, because I'll hear of like this week, for example, because I think voter registration there was yesterday or something like that. And so I was reading and hearing that a lot of churches this past Sunday their sermons were about registering people to vote. And I'm like, what the hell is going on in the
Right.
pulpits of America? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
It's weird. It's a weird thing to have. Because I think you, as a Christian, it just sends the completely wrong message when, like, I don't know, like Paul wrote his stuff during the Roman Empire that opposed everything he believed in. And at no point does he write like, hey,
Hey man,
rebel.
if Caesar does this or that, like we gotta
Rebel.
go and just like
Yeah. He's
yeah,
almost
yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, yeah, it's so weird, man. It's a strange it's a strange election cycle. So I as I watch it, I'm just like, what are we doing, man? Like,
Yeah.
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 So don't lose your mind, folks. Don't.
Get relaxed, get
Yeah.
some good food.
Okay.
You can still say hi to your neighbor that has whatever poster or banner in front. Just say, hey, what's up? How's it going, Ted? Good to see you. Have a good one. Just,
Yeah.
that's it. That's all it
Like
takes.
Mana, some reggaeton guy, I think, endorsed
Oh, the
Trump.
Puerto Rican dude. Yeah.
And Mana was like, take out all of our songs we did with him. We don't endorse racist. And it's like, is that what we're doing? Is that the message we want to send? Like, what happened to unity, guys? What happened to like, let's embrace our differences? And that part is also weird that you get this side that's like,
Right.
if you don't believe what I believe, then screw you. And we're not friends. It's like, is that really what we should be doing? Like,
Yeah.
we should kind of be like, hey, you don't believe what I believe? Cool. You agree to disagree. You want to watch the fight together? Like, I don't,
Right.
it's so weird. Like, in the name of unity, they're pushing disunity. It's like, I thought we
Yeah.
wanted to be united. What's going on?
Yeah.
What's happening here? I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand one bit.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. Um, do you have a final thought?
I do. Yes. This one kind of touches on like the like shout out to that customer service pod we did with Garrick. That
Yeah.
was what a time to be alive. That was
Yeah.
great.
Life.
But this has happened to me a couple times, but it happened to me like recently, and I was like, "Oh, you just go around doing that?" Like, so this lady
Mhm.
was at work, and she was kind of in a rush, and there's trash cans all over the place. Like
Mhm.
this lady comes in, and she was like, trying to zoom by, and she's like, "Do you have a trash can?" And I was like, "Yeah, like right over there." And I pointed,
Mhm. Yeah.
and we have like a blue recycling bin next to like a larger like gray bin.
Hmm.
And she's like, where? And I was like, right over there, like there, pointing right at it.
Yeah.
And I could tell she was annoyed because she was late for whatever she was doing. And she's an older lady. And she was like, here, you just throw it away. And she was gonna, and it was like a tissue paper. She was gonna hand it to me. And I was just straight up like, I was like, no, like, you're not about to hand me that. I was like, there's a trash can right there. I was like, go ahead.
Mm.
Like, and so and that's happened to me before when people want to give you trash to throw away. And I'm like, bro, that's not cool. Like, what are you doing? I guarantee whatever you're late for or whatever you have to do is not that important. Walk the 3 feet over the trash can and throw it away. Don't with my bare hands. I'm like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
Right.
So I get if you're like, say you're a busboy or a waiter, and you're like, hey man, let me get that plate out of your way. Because you're gonna grab the bottom of the plate. But I don't know what you've been doing with that tissue paper, bro.
Yeah.
So that one really grind my gears. And it's mainly old people. Sorry, old people. But y'all be doing that with trash and just like, here, you can take care of that for me. And it's like, no, I can't. You're an adult. You can find a trash can, throw that away yourself,
Yeah.
and be on your way. So that's it. Rant over.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Um, my final thought for today is I was watching I started watching this show and it's an old show called the the Larry Sanders Show. And it's on HBO. It's on HBO Max or Max, and it is by um the main guy is Gary Shandling, and he's the main guy. And there's Jeffrey Tambor, the guy from Arrested Development, the dad,
Okay.
and Rip Torn. That's the guy from Dodgeball. The if you can dodge a ball, a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Gotcha.
Um, so it's a funny show, and it's about the guy who um it's about this guy who hosts the late night show, and it's just like just the comedy thing. And so watching it, it's like, and when you watch like older shows, you realize, like, man, comedy was so much different back in the day because what you were allowed to joke about was everything. What was accepted was everything, and everybody understood it's a joke. It's fine. And my final thought is that I think we need to categorize jokes as jokes and not get too crazy, not get too sensitive, not get too um all wound up over a joke. If it's a joke, let it be a joke and let it stay a joke. And the beauty of a joke is that, yeah, is there some truth in jokes? Well, yeah. But that's what makes it beautiful. That's what makes it a joke. And I think I want to go back to an America where jokes were taken as jokes and people would laugh. And whenever we would think about them, we would think about them as jokes and we would laugh. Oh man, that was a funny joke. As opposed to like, did you hear him say that? I can't believe he said that. It's like he was a joke. Nah, he wasn't joking. I don't know. I think he was joking. Nah, he was being serious. And I just let's bring back jokes into our life, into our culture, into who we are. Can we like joke again? Because it's missing. It's so much. It's missing in who we are. We can't joke about anything. Everything is not funny anymore. And it's like, can we go back to that? Like the guy, he plays the guy from Arrested Development, the dad. In the show, his name is Hank, and he plays the sidekick to Larry Sanders. And they make fun of him. He's like the punching bag of the show, and he's like balding, and they make fun of his balding. And now you couldn't do that. You couldn't make fun of someone balding. And I'm just like, it's should be funny. And so I mean, it's
Dude,
a wicked joke. Right? That's what's wrong with that.
bro. Okay, not to. Oh my gosh. Okay, you and I have expressed a love for specifically
Hmm.
how funny Theo Vaughn is in conversation on a podcast.
Right.
Not necessarily a stand-up, but in a podcast. Just him
Yeah.
talking.
Right.
But I saw a clip of uh it was from Flagrant, the Andrew Schultz pod that he does, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they had Shane Gillis on, and I guess it was a short clip, but I guess they were like making fun of Shane Gillis, um, and people were saying that like he looks like he's got like Down syndrome, and so they were really like digging into that about him.
Right.
And I guess Shane Gillis got like really like offended. He was just kind of like, bro, like I
Really?
because they pulled up at one point. Andrew Schultz was like, "Yo, man, I saw these TikToks of you like doing your thing, dancing." And Shane Gillis was like, he was like, "I don't have a TikTok, like I don't have a personal one." So they pulled up these TikToks of these people that have Down syndrome dancing, and they were having like a good old time. And Shane Gillis was kind of like, "Yeah, bro, like, are you saying I look like that? Like, someone in the comments was like, I think he has like a relative that has that. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I
It's
could see why he'd
uncle.
be upset. So in my mind, I was just like, dang, bro, I was kind of messed up. I was feeling all sensitive, like how we thought and stuff. But then I thought of this like friggin' Theo Von clip where he's talking to Bobby Lee and he's like, yo, man, you're the guy for people with like deficiencies. You know what I mean? Like you're like their champion. And I crack up every time I see that clip. And Bobby Lee's kind of just like,
Like,
what are you
bruh.
talking about? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But it was so hilarious because Theo's delivery is just like, and I was just like, dang, I got these two polar opposites, but they're kind of similar. But I thought of that when you were saying it, like, bro, don't be too sensitive. But I was like, because in that moment I was sensitive with Shane Gillis, but then like on the other hand, I'm like, bro, if you put some Theo Vaughn on in front of me, I'm about to get an ab workout from all this laughing, bro.
Well, what's weird about the
No
Shane
matter what it's
one?
about, because Theo Vaughn will say some like, bro, ridiculous things.
Yeah. What's weird about the Sean Gillis, the Sean Gillis, the
Shane
Shane
Gillis,
Gillis
yeah.
one is in his special.
Isn't he pretty out there too? Like I don't really like. I've seen a
In
few
his
clips of it.
special, he talks about how his uncle has Down syndrome. He talks about how it missed him. It's what he says. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it almost got him, and he said it nicked me. And so to me, he just hearing you, I'm just like, well, so are you saying only you can joke about that? Because if you're saying only you can joke about that, then I don't know, man. I don't know if I don't know if I'm good with that. So that part is weird. It's weird that he
Yeah,
would take offense to that just because he's very much the guy who made fun of that
yeah,
or talked about it. So that's weird.
yeah,
That's a weird
yeah,
thing. But yeah, man, let's bring back jokes. Let's make jokes funny again. Let's laugh. And yeah, dude, it's weird. It's a weird thing.
yeah.
Um, next time I see you, it's gonna be in person, in the flesh.
In a couple days, yes.
Days, yeah. Um, so I look forward to that. It looks like we might not be able to do the whole Garrick thing. Our guy's gonna be under the knife, it appears, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And so it would have to be another time with him. But it should be a fun time in Paso this weekend.
very fun.
Yeah.
With good food. So,
Do you have any gigs for this weekend or no?
for this weekend, I have one Saturday. Hotel Slow, if you're in the area. Hotel Slow 6 to 9 this Saturday. And I'm actually doing one on Sunday a few hours before you arrive at a winery. So, but But that one, I don't know if it's like open to the public, but Hotel Slow, 6:30 on Saturday. Pull up to that one. So
yeah. There you go.
I'll see you when you pull up. With some. I think I got the dish planned out. I got something that's like, we're gonna have a good laugh over this dish.
Okay.
So you're gonna be like so. Yeah. Are you a little nervous? You're a little nervous. That was a nervous chuckle.
No, I don't know what it is. So
okay. All right.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So I'll see you then, and until next time.
Mm-hmm.
The Urza podcast was brought to you by Triumph Protective Coatings. You can find Triumph Protective Coatings on Instagram, Triumph_Coatings. You can call them or text them 626-436-4702. They offer awesome customer service and they do amazing work. So reach out to them for your next project, and if you use promo code ARROWSUP, you get 15% off your next order. So reach out to them. They'll take care of you. That's the pod. Thank you to David. Thank you to Angel. Thank you to Triumph. Thank you to you for listening. You can listen to this podcast anywhere. Absolutely anywhere you get your pod. So please rate, review, and subscribe. We are back Monday or Sunday. Depends if we're able to get Harry on. But either way, no, we're back Monday no matter what. Even if we have Harry, that becomes a Monday pod. Football, all of that. And that's a wrap. So I will talk to you again then. Enjoy week 3 of the NFL. And Joshua fights this weekend. So enjoy that as well. Instagram, @ArrowsUp. YouTube, ArrowsUp YouTube channel. And I'll talk to you later. Hala Madrid. Glory, glory, Man United. Viva la Máquina. Go Sox. Bang, bang. Niner gang.